Hello there folks, and how is it going? And welcome back to another video, and welcome to the start of a brand new adventure. Now, you find me at the hotel, what's it called? Hotel Kylemore, which is right in the middle of the country. And I am here with none other than Mr. Brendan Vanson again. And he asked me to help him out with a workshop that is happening here in Ireland. So that's essentially what we're going to be doing for the next 8 days. Going to be touring around, taking some photographs, showing off this beautiful, beautiful country that I call home. And yeah, super duper duper excited. Got some fun locations planned and some wonderful, wonderful photography on the way. So fingers and toes crossed the weather gods, are kind to us. But nonetheless, fun times shall be had all the same. Now, we are basically just getting ourselves ready to go out and have some dinner. Meeting up with the rest of the group. This is my trusty steed that I have here now, and I am just waiting for the guys, and then we're going to drive up the ways. And as I say, we're right in the middle of the country. We're in County Cavan, and we are going to visit a beautiful, beautiful castle this evening, and hopefully don't get rained on. The forecast isn't too good, but nonetheless we shall endure and go out and try our best to take some beautiful, beautiful photographs. So fun times shall be had. Let's get ourselves organized, packed up and ready to rock and roll, and let's get going. Welcome friends to the ASMR photography studio, and welcome to the first image in this week's video. Now, this little beauty here is Castle Saunderson, and I am absolutely delighted with how this particular picture turned out. To be honest, when we were there, I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to like any of these. You know the way sometimes you get that in your head that you're not going to be super keen on the photographs you're taking at the time, and it's only when you get them back to the computer that you realize that there's something there, and I am delighted to say that there was something here. So I really, really love how this particular one turned out. Beautiful, beautiful castle. I had never been there, and I'm super duper delighted that we made it as part of the itinerary. And just this beautiful backlit, the colours were so beautiful, and the little star, sunbursty star off the castle really, really sets it off for me. So it's a good bar for this first image and for the rest to follow. So I really, really love how this particular one turned out, and let's keep on exploring. Well folks, we are on the north coast here at Ballygally. We just pulled over for a bit of a stop. We are ultimately heading to the Giant's Causeway today. Tell you what, these green hills, the 4 green fields shall bloom once again. I've got like a playlist going in our cars. This is the little blue car is my one, and then you got the van there in the back. Brendan is driving, and we just stopped here just to have a bit of a break from driving. Today's probably going to be our longest drive day, which is totally cool. And ultimately, if we can get to the Giant's Causeway, that'd be great. Because you know what, I actually don't think I have a good photograph of the Giant's Causeway, and if the conditions hold out, we should get some nice conditions later on this evening. So we're going to push on, probably stop at Dunluce and maybe the Dark Hedges. We haven't really decided yet, but we'll definitely stop at Dunluce, and we'll push on from there and see how we get on. So fun times are being had and good music being listened to, and so we're having a really, really great time. So let's pack up the car, back up, and we'll get back about on the road. Okay, let's get going. You were telling me that So folks, we have made it to Port Rush, and this is where we are going to spend this evening. Now, the game plan is that we are going to head out to the Dark Hedges. In a couple of hours, we're going to chill for a bit. It was a long drive from Cavan. I'm going to head to the Dark Hedges, which I'm sure many of you know at this stage is a very, very popular location for photography here in Northern Ireland. Beautiful spot. And then we are going to then continue up the coast to Ballintoy Point, which looks like a really, really lovely location. So, fun times are ahead, and then possibly going to get up, sunrise is so ridiculously early. But thankfully we're very, very close to the Giant's Causeway, so I think the tentative plan will be to try and photograph Giant's Causeway at sunrise. Probably could be quite busy this evening, so lots and lots to look forward to. So I'm going to take a wander up the road and go grab a coffee and all that kind of fun stuff. So let's go and have some fun. Be okay with you.
Okay.
Yeah. But just make sure it's good and tight though.
Because I have a key, you know, in there, but...
Yeah, as tight as you can go.
Okay. Do you mind double checking it?
So folks, here we are. And we have parked at the Dark Hedges. Look at this. Now I've shot this once before in my life, but never for any kind of videos. So here we are, the Dark Hedges. Beautiful, beautiful sight. Everybody was super duper excited to come visit here. Now recently, I think earlier this year, there were some pretty intense storms that blew through, and I think it took a few of the trees down, and it does look a little bit different since I was last here. So as you can see, it is an incredibly popular spot to come and photograph, as I'm sure most of you know that this was a very prominent scene for some of the Game of Thrones episodes, so it's very, very, very popular, and with good reason. It's obviously a beautiful place to come and photograph, but yeah, it's a bit busy, but sure, we're all having a bit of a laugh, so that's really what matters. So it's good nonetheless. So if any of the pictures that I take from here turn out to be any good, I'm going to pop them up on the screen for you right now, and let's have a look. So here we are at the Dark Hedges. Now, I'm sure you're all humming the Game of Thrones theme song right now as we, explore this beautiful, beautiful area. Now, this place is great. It's really, really wonderful. It photographs absolutely fantastically. And as I was going through the images that I captured some portrait orientations, some slightly wider shots, and all the way 400mm kind of shots. And I kind of thought, I've never actually processed an image that I captured here in black and white. Like I mentioned, I've only been here once before, and I really do like the images that I captured from that last time. And as I was out processing, just normally in kind of color, I thought, let's live it up to its namesake. So as you can see, this particular one is processed super dark and very punchy and very contrasting. I really, really love how it turned out. So I'm really delighted that I decided to kind of make the step of processing in black and white, and really, really, really love the kind of atmospheric feel that the black and white conversion gives this frame. So I'm really, really delighted that we stopped here, and everybody had a wonderful time. It's a great place, but overall super duper delighted with how this particular one turned out. So let's keep on going. So I hope those images turned out to be anyway decent. It is a beautiful scene, and I really do get why it's a packed place, and it's a fun time because everybody's having a laugh. And you have to wonder, is the Game of Thrones music going through everybody's head as they set up their tripods and run down the street in their flowing gowns? But we are packing up the car now, and we are going to head to our sunset location, which is Ballintoy Bay, which is just a lovely kind of harbour and a beautiful, beautiful view. So we're going to pack up, head there, and fingers and toes crossed we get some light this evening. So let's get there and have a look. So this is absolutely fantastic. We have reached Ballintoy Bay, and it is absolutely fantastic. I've never been here before, and super delighted. Some power in the water this evening. And look over here, we have this beautiful, beautiful harbour, which is really, really fantastic. Or we can come over here, and here's Brendan now. Look, yeah, do you like it?
No, it's my least favorite location in Ireland. What do you got on the front of that little thing?
I've got like a variable ND filter.
Why does it smell like cod?
That's the air.
Oh, it's not the filter.
No, it's cod filter. Look over here though, behind us. We have all of this beautiful, beautiful stuff to take advantage of. Some sea stacks, and there's some absolutely gorgeous crashing waves over here. So feet and toes may get wet this evening, and if the light breaks through on that little bit of a break in the horizon, we could be onto a winner. So we are going to explore and get shooting. So let's get our gear and get ready. So this is absolutely crazy. Look at this. Oh my God, quick, quick, quick. Look at this, some absolutely mega power in these waves. This is absolutely insane. This is a perfect introduction to this spot, and I have no doubt that I am going to be back here, folks. It's just got compositions coming out its ears. and I love the motion in this water that I'm getting here now. But as Brendan was saying, it's funny, we were just talking, it's very contrasty because of the whitewash and the wet, dark rocks. Just need a bit of light to break through, just to kind of illuminate some of these rocks, and then you're onto a winner. So let's keep our fingers and toes crossed. But if any of the pictures that I take this far turn out to be any good, I am going to pop them up on the screen for you right now. So let's have a look. Oh my God, it's splashing everywhere. I hope I don't get soaked. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. So this is the first of 2 images that I was super duper happy with here at Ballintoy Bay. What a wonderful, wonderful place. I fully intend to return here because it is absolutely fantastic. This first particular image, I just wanted to kind of impose. I really wanted the water to feel like it was just about to come and splash you because, you know, we all love getting splashed by water as we are holding our very expensive cameras in our hands. But really, really love how this particular one turned out. Love that motion in the water, and I love how it's a very dominant kind of element to the frame, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful band of light that's on the horizon. Really, really sets it off for me. But obviously you can see from this particular image we did get the tiniest bit of light, and it was so fleeting, but it really, really helped break through that kind of high contrast that we were talking about, and it just adds such beautiful, beautiful golden light to the frame. I really, really love how this particular one turned out, and as you can see on the right, that splash of water, it did hit me. So fun times were had indeed. But a wonderful, wonderful place, and really, really delighted that we stopped here. So really, really happy with how these particular images turned out. So fantastic location. If you're ever in Northern Ireland, definitely go visit, and like I say, for sure we'll be back. But let's keep on going and let's get on to the next place. Good morning, folks. Whoa, it's early. Sunrise at this time of the year is pretty early. I think it's barely about maybe almost 5 o'clock in the morning. We got up a bit to drive. Thankfully it wasn't too far of a drive, but we have made it to the wonderful and always enchanting Giant's Causeway. Now, like the Dark Hedges yesterday, I've actually only ever been here, I think, once before, kind of on that same trip where we visited the Dark Hedges, and it is a wonderful, wonderful location. It's all these beautiful kind of basalt columns that kind of just been chiseled over time out of the earth. It's wonderful. I'm sure that's probably not how they were formed. But, you know, I would rather believe that they were formed by giants. But it is an absolutely fantastic place. Everybody's kind of just scattered around, which is great. There's lots and lots of different compositions that you can take advantage of. There's also a wonderful set of cliffs here. The cars are just down there. And wonderful set of cliffs that you can take advantage of as well. Unfortunately, it's very, very overcast. So I don't think we're going to get any directional light. So I think the aim of the game is, I'm up quite high at the moment, so I think the aim of the game will be to kind of get nice and low and keep things nice and slow, and try to take advantage of the bit of motion that's in the water if we can get some waves maybe cracking and breaking over some of these basalt columns. But other than that, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. So we'll have a wander around, find some compositions, and let's get shooting, let's get going. So this is very much one of those kind of situations where you really need to take your time and find a composition. It can be very overwhelming in a place like this, because even if you look around here, where I'm come right down now to the water's edge, and even that in itself is a really nice frame, but it's the kind of thing that you need to take your time. Spend a bit of time to explore. It's okay, you've got the time, and then wait. And then also another kind of very good example of, is my shutter speed too fast or too long? You definitely want to play around with many different shutter speeds, because if it's too long, it just turns into whitewash as it's crashing over these columns. And obviously then if it's too short, it's too frozen. You want that kind of nice happy medium. Right now I am sitting at about 1/6, about half a second essentially, which is a kind of a sweet spot. And I'm just waiting for some rocks to kind of crash over these columns here. As you can see from this is my kind of general composition. Unfortunately, we have no real direct light, like I mentioned earlier, so that's okay. But nonetheless, if any of the pictures that I have taken this far turn out to be any good, I'm going to pop them up on the screen for you right now, and let's continue exploring. So the Giant's Causeway, the very first time I was here, I had my first digital camera, a mirrored camera, what was it, the Olympus E500, and I remember being like totally blown away by the pictures that I was capturing. Not that I fully understood what I was doing, but enjoying the process. So it's really great to kind of be back here again, and particularly at a sunrise now. Like, unfortunately, like I said, there was no real crazy kind of directional light, and I again intend to return here to hope for that. Overall, super duper happy with how this particular first image turned out. And then onto the next one here is just a very simple kind of, here's the basalt rocks, there they are off out into the sea, and there's the lovely sky above them. Now, I did process this one a bit bluer, as you can possibly tell. Really love that kind of cold feeling that it gives to this kind of morning shoot. So I'm really happy with how these particular images turned out, and a good kind of example of taking your time and exploring and using the landscape to your benefit, and how it can really enhance your compositions. And I love that. You know me, I love the non-moving rocks and the moving ocean, so it's beautiful. So anyways, let's push on and let's get to another one. Well, I got absolutely soaked and it was marvelous. What a beautiful place. The tide was on its way in and it was moving quick. Have a look at this. Wow. So I was out here earlier and then moved across the way. So I am soaked. We're pretty much back to the car now, and we're going to head back to the hotel and push on from here. So yeah, if any of the pictures that I took from that other spot turn out to be any good, I'm going to pop them up on the screen for you right now. I really hope they turned out well. So let's have a look. So just before I got soaked, this is the picture that I photographed, and I really like how this particular one turns out. Very kind of Giant's Causeway as far as I'm concerned, and as I sit here looking at it right now recording this, I really love how it turned out, and I'm super duper delighted that I decided to come a bit closer to the water's edge and include all of this wonderful rock to the right, and as it acts as a beautiful kind of line off into those lovely towering stacks of basalt. So really happy with how this particular one turned out. Beautiful morning that it was. There was other images that I captured that did catch a bit of colour in the sky, but they just didn't kind of speak to me as much as this particular one did. So I think this is probably my favourite one from that morning, and really love how it turned out. So all told, beautiful images, wonderful time. So let's wrap it up and visit the castle on the cliff. So we have made a quick pit stop on the way back to the hotel at Dunluce Castle. It is a gorgeous place to stop and photograph. Now, conditions are a bit kind of overcasty and rainy, and it's certainly a place that I intend to return back to, but it is absolutely fantastic. It's just this castle, you probably can't really see it here, but it's just this castle that's just built on the cliffside, and it's really fantastic. So quick pit stop just to kind of do the touristy thing, and but it's really beautiful, and delighted that we decided to stop. So I'm going to take a couple of rando pictures, handheld kind of stuff. So if any of them turn out to be any good, I'm going to pop them up on the screen for you now. We're getting a proper tour of Northern Ireland. Maybe I'll call this tour Northern Ireland. But it's a beautiful place. So let's get shooting and see if we can get some nice shots. I've never actually stood here at this vantage point. It's a beautiful scene. So let's have a look. Well, my friends, what a wonderful end to the morning and to this video. I think I will end this video here, because today we leave Northern Ireland and we basically head back. We're going to head into Donegal from here, and we'll start the next part of this adventure there. But wow, what a beautiful coastline. Like I mentioned, I'd visited this coastline, Orla and I had visited only once before with my mum, and we had a wonderful time, and I forgot how wonderful and beautiful it is. So we'll definitely look to come back, particularly for that vantage point overlooking Dunluce. Look at this, hold on. Can you see him? It's these two big fat cats that live at this hotel. Look at the size of them, and chunkies over here. Look at this guy. Wait till you see this guy. Look at him. He's so chunky. Anyway, there you go. What an end. What an end. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scenes. Of course, I really, really hope the images that you guys would have just watched throughout the course of this video did any of the scenes justice, because it was really wonderful. But for now, as usual, if you like the video, folks, do hit that like button. And of course, if you fancy following along for more of this Irish adventure, you are most welcome to hit that subscribe button. So lots and lots and lots and lots of fun Irish content coming. So yeah, oh wow, what a beautiful, beautiful day. And we're only getting started. So let's get breakfast packed up, and I'll see you all then next week. Okay, see you in a bit.